So, where did we leave off? 9-inch nails? I'm getting ready, and then I tell him that, and I knew because I was going to drink that night that I just didn't want to have that conversation, because a pattern of mine used to be like when provoked, if I was drinking, that's whenever like I would get triggered and act out. So I know better now, because like I said, I learned my lessons. I'm not going to crash out. Even if I'm drinking, I handle my problems alone. I handle my feelings alone if I need to. I'm not going to put that on others. And to be fair, whenever I would act out, it was when people would actually provoke me. So that's reactive abuse. I wouldn't just act out. I don't just crash out for no reason. But now I don't even give people the fucking opportunity to try me. So, go to 9-inch nails. I get fucked up, and my friend, she's working the show and ends up giving me and my other friend a ride downtown, because getting out of that venue is insane, especially in Ubers. And I didn't drive, I took an Uber there. And then she takes us downtown, and we go to that rave that Jay had invited me to, that he didn't actually have any intentions of going to. Go to that rave, and I met this girl, and she's beautiful. Like, honestly, like, sorry, just got chills. Drop dead gorgeous. Fattest fucking ass. Like, a literal angel. And she's my friend's friend. The one that drove me to downtown. And her and I just like both were asking my friend, like, hey, would you mind if we got each other's numbers? Because at this point I'm checked out with Jay, and yes, maybe not right, but I was going to break up with him. And I had only seen him twice that month, dude. Like, the last month of our relationship, like, to see someone twice, and before then it's like maybe once a week, maybe, if that, for a few hours, maybe after work. It wasn't a fucking relationship. But because we were in a relationship, I can see how this is wrong. The gray area, though. The gray area. Anyways, so me and this girl are asking our friend if she would care if we would, get each other's numbers. And at this point, I'm making out with a bitch at the rave. Like, why would I pass that opportunity up? Actually get some kind of affection? Fuck yeah. From a beautiful angel with the fattest fucking ass. And she wants to go home, and I wasn't about to let her take an Uber because we were drinking like heavily and everything. So I was like, I'm not about to let her take an Uber alone. So I go home with her, and I would have fucked her. I would have, but we didn't. She was on her period. But then the next morning, we wake up, hanging out, just laying, cuddling. And the way she treated me that one day was better than Jay ever treated me. But, so we're hanging out, and she gets me water, offers to make me coffee. We're just hanging out and talking. I tell her the situation and everything, because I'm an honest person. I'm going to let her know that I did have a boyfriend, but like I was breaking up with him. I told her the situation and everything, and she understood. We haven't seen each other since, but wouldn't mind it. Busy lives. She's a way different schedule and everything, and she got sick recently, but I would definitely see her again. But anyways, so later on I have to go to work, right? But so I got us the Uber to her house. She got me my Uber home. Jay would never even do that. He just wouldn't. he also just wouldn't even do little things at all. I remember one day I did drop off my car to get my tires changed, and I had to go somewhere after that, and that's why I was getting my tires changed, because I was going to, it was Virginia Beach, because it was the day of the Turnover show where this happened. But yeah, the 10-year anniversary of the Peripheral Vision album. And I had to go drop off my car and get an Uber home. Well, that night, he had stayed the night with me. He was at my house, but he wouldn't even drop me off. Well, I guess technically take me home. From the tire thing, I had an Uber home. He wouldn't even do something like that. And it would have taken no time for him. He just didn't care about me. He didn't care about me. He didn't care about doing anything for me. He just wanted to see what he can get. Breadcrumb me, think I was just gonna stay in that situation. But whatever. That was months before we broke up. But for her to even like just be so kind to me, I was like, wow, the bar was really fucking low still. But the price has gone up. The price has gone up on how I will allow people to treat me. But when I first got with him, I was in a sticky situation. But I healed and I had time alone, because I was always alone in that relationship. But anyways, so I can understand how people would be like, oh, well, like, Tay. That's what I go by at work, but I go by Ren now in general, so I should probably fix that. Anyways, so I can see how people would probably think I'm bad. It makes a lot more sense why more people would treat me like shit at work too. It makes a lot of sense if that's what he's telling people. That I cheated on him while he was at his brother's funeral. Damn. Well, there's people that actually know the true story, and people that were there, and there's receipts of everything. Well, if that makes me a bad person for what I did, what about what he did? The whole relationship, breadcrumbing me, isolating me on purpose. And then, to make it worse, lie about me to work people, isolate me further. I think that makes him a bad person, because you can talk about the semantics of what I did. What about what he did the whole time? Yep. Crazy, right? Crazy. And also to lie about what happened to me at the rave. Crazy, right? Why don't you take responsibility? Why don't you take accountability? Because I can. I can admit what I've done. What about what you've done? See, that's the thing. And all the dots are connecting one piece at a time. Anyways, that's all for that story. Anyway, but also we broke up the day after. Well, the day I Ubered home from that girl's house. Like I said I would. Because I tell the truth.